We're here with winner here at Arc Yu-Gi-Oh! We're here with this 4-0 undefeated locals list with Labrynth. Pretty surprising. Winner, any shout outs before we get started?
Shout out to the Rogue Tier Gaming Yu-Gi-Oh! Team, our sponsor Adam right there.
El Papa.
Everything's dyed hair. It's beautiful. But yeah. So starting out with the main. What do we have? One lovely, one lady. I don't like either more of this. This is mandatory at 1. This is 2 just too bricky. 3 Ariana and 1 Ariane. Ariane comes up situational with a lot of the, I'm playing a big trap list, so playing too little or playing her allows you to get like transaction roll back into the grave, and special Ariana, which gets you into all the other traps. So 1 Kuklok, 3 Sovi, 3 Chandelure, big trap list. So you kind of have to play a lot to get the ball rolling, especially when you're going first. 2 Ariane, kind of mandatory. 2 Ash and 2 Nib, which is like, I didn't play a big hand trap list because I'd rather just cycle Karma Cannon on my opponent's turn, which that worked out a lot, especially against Ubel and Ryzu. That's the monsters. 2 Extravagance. I don't like 3 because it becomes, if you open up multiple, it just kind of sucks. 3 Big Welcome, 2 Welcome. That's kind of mandatory, or kind of standard at this point. 3 Welcome. 3 Welcome Labrynth can happen, like it's alright to have that. I just don't like having the 3rd one because it feels a little slower compared to the Big Welcome. For normal traps, 3 Trap Trick, 1 Punishment, 1 Prison, 1 D-Barrier. These are all kind of power. These are the basic targets for this, or not the basic targets for this. This is what you set off of Lady all the time. This came in clutch against Ryzu and Ubel. This was crazy against Ubel. That was pretty much for everything else. 3 Karma Cannon, best card in the game. It basically beats everything now just because it flips everything and it stops a lot of the Ryzu stuff from coming into play, Mitsugiri from coming into play. 3 Imperm, and then 2 rollbacks. The rollbacks, I could play 3. I don't like it feels too much. It feels like there's not enough gas to get all 3 in the grave. For extra deck, it's just a bunch of Pot of Extravagance targets. Or not Extravagance, a lot of Dogmatic Punishment ones. So Muckraker, these are all mandatory. Muckraker, Dark, SB. Underworlds, Anima, that's for some targets, like if you need Clock or Kuklok in the grave, you can use summon Anima. It can come up. Bucephalus for Garura, and then Burfamats for, I'm not playing the Ultra, what's it called? The King.
Yeah.
I need to because I would summon Ariana from the grave. That would be really helpful, especially when like Dogmatic Punishment's the target, because this is a beefy boy. 1 Malong for punishment again. 1 Chaos Angel. If I had multiple, it'd work a lot better, especially under Extravagance. But this has come up a couple times because the non-target banish, and especially looping it with Muckraker. So like banish, link it off on the Muckraker, Muckraker summon it back, banish again. And it helps especially against a Ubel player. 2 Typhon, because it's just, Typhon's just too good on this. You can bounce it with Big Welcome if you need to trigger your Lady. It helps a lot, especially in the grind game. Aggregator, I was playing Ultimate Slayer, I decided not to, so it's kind of just here for Dogmatic Punishment. And then another SP, I forgot, I'm playing 2. For the side deck, 3 Lava Golem, this is the easiest card, especially against bigger boards now. Like one of the Mitsugiri players rolled me, and then I Lava Golem both of his Mitsugiri monsters, so he couldn't summon them back. Droll, because Mulch Armies and everything adds to hand now. Another D-Barrier, because sometimes it comes up, especially if I Trap Trick, banish 1 D-Barrier, set the other. 2 Solemns, Strikes, because the card's just too good right now, especially against the like the big power things like Duo Drive, Detonator. It just stops that outright. 2 Ball Drakes and a Magnemite because I can't afford 2 Druid Swarms. And then 3 Perulia because I can't afford the other ones. But this came up a lot, especially against Ryzu. You're pretty much guaranteed 2 draws. But yeah, that's the side deck, and that's pretty much it. So.
Any changes you'd make to the deck list?
If I had Druid Storms, they'd be a lot nicer. And I think if I could afford it, I changed up the extra deck a little bit just so Extravagance feels a little bit more, or a little less risky, especially going into when I banish like the 2 Typhons and Chaos Angel.
Right,
Like,
so like 2 of each.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like 3 of each, honestly, if I could.
That's fair.
Because one of the games, my pot of Extravagance that came through was this. It was a terrible time.
Let me show him. I forgot I was showing.
Like all my the power cards. Like the rest is just pretty much punishment targets, and sometimes like this card never came up, but it can, especially in the grind game. But yeah, I wish I could double down on everything. But yeah, that's about it.
All right. Thanks for showing your list. Appreciate it.